Hey Internet! So as a result of a long-term passion of mine, today marks the start of a new series about fashion. And what I would like to do is every week I would like to put out one video into your subscription boxes telling you about the history and story of one item of fashion. So it could be anything from a makeup item to a clothing item to jewelry or anything and everything in between. So I'm really passionate about this because I feel like we take so much of what we wear for granted and have come to expect content in magazines and on YouTube to just be purely superficial and tell us what to wear and where to buy it, but don't actually tell us anything about where it came from. So I've been really passionate about finding out about that. I thought it would be fun every week to do a video where I share 10 facts, where 7 of those facts are historical facts or fun facts that tell you things that you might not already know about that particular item, as well as 3 tips that will hopefully help you to make smart decisions when deciding to purchase that particular item. So for example, to get the ball rolling, today we are going to start with an absolute basic, which is blue jeans. Now, I can make an educated guess that all of you who are watching this probably own at least one pair of jeans. I know I own a couple, to say the least. And there are a lot of assumptions about where jeans come from, and in 7 short facts, I want to tell you a little bit more about that and challenge some of those assumptions. I personally was pretty surprised about some of these facts when I started reading about this, and then at the end, once I've told you 7 of those historical facts and told you the story of jeans, then I will give you a few tips on how to buy and care for denim in the future when you are looking to buy a new pair of jeans, because I know personally I'm always on the lookout for a great pair and always looking to find great ways to find that perfect, ultimate pair of jeans. So first fact is that unlike the founding date of Levi's that you see everywhere on their branding, which is 1873, jeans were actually probably invented in the 16th century, long before Mr. Levi came along. Jean fabric actually originates from a place in Italy called Genoa. Now that you know that, unsurprisingly, and thirdly, the reason that we now call jeans jeans is because French people called residents of that place in Italy jeans. Fourthly, to explain a little bit about where the term denim comes from, weavers in Nîmes, France, actually tried to replicate jean fabric in Italy because it was so popular and useful because of its durability. In trying to reproduce jeans, they somewhat failed because they came up with a textile that was thicker and coarser than jeans, and that became known as denim because of the 2 terms de and Nîmes being combined, so it was denim, and that just sort of became slang. So fifthly, although today we basically combine those 2 terms and assume that jeans are always made from denim, originally they were actually 2 different but similar fabrics from 2 entirely different places where one was trying to copy the other. Sixthly, not to forget about the contribution made by the original Mr. Levi, actually celebrate Jeans Day on May 20th every year, and that date refers to the date of his patent. And his contribution to the jeans that we wear today on every casual Friday worldwide pretty much is that he actually came up with the little rivets that you see on jeans. So if I show you my pair here, they're often found along the pockets. Little rivets actually keep the fabric from pulling apart and keep it more durable and longer lasting, and hence made it a better investment, which is what launched part of the success of the Levi's company. Seventhly, jeans are kind of the ultimate high-low fashion item. They were originally developed for miners and designed to be durable and protective rather than particularly comfortable, and certainly not fashionable. However, most pairs of jeans are dyed with indigo dye, and originally that was actually the ultimate sort of luxury dye that was reserved for royals. So you have this very sort of low product being dyed with a very traditionally expensive dye, and the reason that that became feasible is that indigo was actually synthesized in order to dye jeans with it. So I hope that tells you a little bit of fun facts about jeans that you didn't know before. Who would have known that denim and jeans were not actually the same thing? You should tell your friends that and see if they'll believe you. So now to finish off this first history of fashion video, I want to tell you 3 useful facts for the next time that you are out shopping for jeans or trying to care for a pair of jeans that you really like. The ones that I showed you earlier are actually my all-time favorite pair of jeans and my longest lasting ones. I purchased these when I was 15, so we know that Mr. Levi's trick to put in the little rivets definitely worked because these are still going strong. They're from Armani Exchange. Now my favorite brand of jeans is definitely Page, but I still wear these quite a lot because they are just such a classic straight cut and medium wash. So jeans, if you buy them right, never go out of fashion, and you can keep them for your entire life basically. So it's kind of commonly known that you shouldn't wash your jeans too much, but as a girl with a sense of hygiene, sometimes I really struggle with that idea. So 2 things that you can do to keep your jeans looking brighter for longer is to freeze them in between washes if you feel like they're smelling musty at all or anything like that and you just want to freshen them up. Put them in a bag, stick them in the freezer, next day take them out, and they'll be kind of fresh and surprisingly clean looking. And then another tip, if you don't want to do that, is to actually bake them at a low temperature around 200 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. When you're in the dreaded fitting room with all of the piles of jeans, my tip to actually find a great pair that fits you right is to just pick a few that you think you like. So let's say you're looking for dark wash jeans. Pick one brand or one style, and instead of trying on 20 that are all different from each other, try 3 sizes on for that particular style. So pick your size that you would usually get and 1 size under and 1 size over, and chances are you will find within that spectrum a pair that fits you really well. And finally, my 10th little thing to share with you today is that the test ultimately of whether a pair of jeans fit you right is not how they look when you're standing up, but how they look and feel when you're sitting down or bending over. So when you're in the fitting room, make sure that you do those things. I hope you guys really enjoyed this start to this new series of mine. I'm certainly very excited about keeping going with it. If you have any suggestions as to what you would like to learn about next week, then please leave that in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!